a zombie thing. Now this picture you're seeing here, this is the same lady. Now if you look at the one on the right, she's got like a... Us human beings, we've got a special characteristic. We can believe things. Now here we have two people here. Now each one has a belief. One believes one and the other believes two. It's open to suggestion that he might be wrong, or testing their beliefs and sometimes changing them. Well, you might think that's not much important, but look what happens. Here are two cars on the road. They're driving towards each other. They're both on the same side of the road. This does happen. This really does happen. We live here in the UK. You get people coming off the ferry and they're driving on the wrong side of the road. So anyway, how do we resolve this situation? Okay, well, one way of doing it is, may the best man win. You fight over it. Our autoimmune system in our bodies is this as well. Inside our autoimmune system, so it's a constant battle for superiority, killing invaders coming into our bodies. So our bodies are actually designed to kill. Right, that's one way of solving it out, is through superiority. Another way that two people can resolve their differences is seek written authority, like a book or an instruction sheet. Now they will look at this instruction sheet that came with the whatever it is they bought, and they're having an argument over what it could be. If that doesn't resolve it, they take it higher. They take it to a textbook. Okay, right. And if that doesn't solve the differences, they take it higher still. A Holy Bible. Another one of doing it is tolerance. Now then, tolerance, so it's inbuilt human nature to be tolerant of one another. In the car situation, what would happen is someone would give way. That saves people. Now, when someone comes off the ferry on the wrong side, now if people didn't have tolerance for one another, they'd crash into one another. Also, this is passive acceptance. The other person might feel they're being walked on, or they've been taken advantage of. And this actually happens during arguments between people, when one person has been trained more. I mean, for instance, someone who attends 5 meetings a week, not mentioning any names, will be highly trained in this kind of coercive persuasion. But I won't dwell any more on this one. Right, the next one is what you can do is the two people can take it to an authority to make a judgment for them. Now, an authority is respected. An authority is looked up to. We entrust a judge to sort it out. You know, Judge Judy on the television and things like that. The judge's word is final. When the hammer comes down, that's it. They don't have to both talk to the judge. If it wants more thorough, we can use a full judge and jury. In the UK, our legal this system here is 9 centuries. It's not perfect, but it's as near perfect as we can get. Here we have evidence, we have witnesses, with testimonials, we have exhibits and evidence, and we have a prosecution and a defence. Now they are competing with one another. They are thrashing out from both sides of the story, thrashing out so all sides of the story are seen, and a jury is watching. 12 randomly selected people, cross-section of society, is a jury. They don't know anything about the case until all they know about the case is the evidence that they're presented. They're not allowed to read the newspapers or listen to the radio or anything like that until the judgment's been done. It's not perfect, but it's as near perfect as we can get. In fact, if we believed it was perfect, that would be dangerous, because there wouldn't be any room for improvement. So we're improving all the time. It's a debate. It's a debate. Both sides are taken in a debate. Because if something is credible, it will stand up to scrutiny without you being put off or being discouraged for being critical at all. Don't forget that old saying, there's two sides to every story, and the other one, may I not judge a man until I've walked a mile in his moccasins. You know, that's a native Indian proverb, that is. They take it higher still, a holy Bible. Now, there's something is higher than a holy Bible, and that's a holy Quran. Now, the Muslims, I'm not saying the Muslims are right or wrong, but the Muslims are so sure about what they are, what there is the truth. I mean, I believe the word Islam actually means truth in Arabic. They have their book on the highest in a bookshelf. If you look in a library at the religious section, you will see that the Quran is the highest book on the bookshelf. Okay. But even then, if you do take it to a Bible from authority, that doesn't solve differences. All it does is make people believe that the Bible will sort the differences out. Now, I'll give you an example how the Bible does not sort things out. Like, for instance, the Bible will say God has mercy in it, but on another page, in another chapter, it says God has no mercy. The Bible is full of contradictions. So people are experts at interpreting, and some people find themselves that they believe they are chosen by God. Entire organisations believe they are chosen by God. Now, about interpretations on Bibles is, no one's going to argue with the Bible, are they? So what they'll do is they'll cover themselves by taking the safest way. And an example of that would be in a Quran, it would say modesty shall be used, and so the Muslims, they take that to its extreme. The Muslim woman is completely covered head to foot in black with only two little pee-pee holes for the eyes. That's because they're taking a verse out of the Quran out completely in its literal and they're overdeveloped it. You see, the Bible is more than a historical book. It's a programming language in the hands of certain people. Now, the Watchtower Society are among a number of organisations who have reverse engineered this programming language. Now, the motive for doing this is expansion, to expand and to grow. They will choose an interpretation which increases the expansion rate. This expansion is actually rooted in American culture, expansionism. Now, you mentioned earlier a zombie thing. Now, this picture you're seeing here, this is the same lady. Now, if you look at the one on the right, she's got like a her eyes, she's got a brainwash kind of look. Reading the book where this come from, she said that you felt euphoric then when that picture was taken. She believed she was happy, but when she left the cult that she was in, she realised that she was under mind control, but at the time she didn't know that she was under mind control. And